Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Crendelacremeinvestments and Wellness back at you again with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about retail versus smart money, also with the quarter theory, a quarter point theory. Okay, it's going to be a pretty short video because I'm essentially trying to get you all to identify areas in the market that are essentially just bigger supply and demand zones, even order blocks. All it is floors and ceilings at the end of the day. Now the market can make, so for instance, this is a trade I took earlier, or just not too long ago, but it was a nice little 3-to-1. I took all profit there just because how bearish we have been. But it's neither here or there. So the market does make liquidity higher highs and higher lows, such as right here. However, the market still reacts off of floors and ceilings, or supply and demand zones, or support and resistance zones, just depending on where you're at in the market. For instance, this right here, this trade I took right here off of this OB right here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this out. And I'm also going to extend it to the left. And as you can see, as I start to extend it to the left, this will become a major floor / ceiling, major support / resistance, major supply / demand zone. Just all the way across the board. As you can see, the market reacts to this area over do me like that. Over and over again. See? And I just randomly drew. Let me delete this and delete. Well, actually, I keep that. But so just focus on this green line right here. And as you can see, I just simply just pulled it back to the left. And if I continue in the future to pull it back to the right, I'm almost positive that it'll continue to react off this area. But do you see how that's just this OB right here, this 1 minute OB right here, is just essentially a bigger supply / demand zone. As you can see, as it's been playing off perfectly and reacting numerous of times off this area. And usually, well, 9 times out of 10, this area is also a quarter point. So let's see here. We got one. Okay, so we got 5025 right here. Perfect off that quarter point. I personally don't use just quarter points because they're everywhere. Quarter points, half points, whole numbers, they're everywhere. So I just necessarily don't use them in my trading. However, but when you look at these areas within the market, it's all the same. There's another quarter point right there. So 2 quarter points right there. All these areas are all the same. So I can go to a different area on the chart too. So, and essentially, my smart money concept, I'll look for some sort of liquidity sweep / wipe-off to get involved in the bearish or bullish formation. However, I can draw this one out right down here too. See, this 4-hour order back, and I was just simply take it to the left. I don't think it's ever been in. Yeah. But as you can see, the 4-hour order block also has rejections that happened weeks before that rejection happened. And essentially, what we'll look for to get into the market, or what everybody looks for to get into the market, is some sort of, so they'll wait till, let me find out another order block. All right, so let's see this one right here. This is essentially your ceiling and your floor, so your trading range. So essentially we'll be looking for trades that happen within this trading range. Now, how we get involved once the market gets to these certain areas depends on our certain strategy. So I use smart money concepts to get a better risk, or get a better reward and less risk. However, you can, let's take this for example. You'll wait for the market to come down here, and then people will look for either some kind of ascending channel and a breakout and get involved. Go ahead and mark that up so you can, what am I looking for? Just kind of ascending a channel. Or people will look for some kind of wedge pattern to come in here and to get involved, some kind of wedge pattern. It's an ugly wedge, but just trying to show y'all the different ways, or essentially the same way. It's kind of wedge pattern to get involved. Or people will simply just look for some kind of break and retest to get involved. Or like me, some people will wait for Wyckoff. To get involved. So the whole point of this video is just showing you how it's all trading is essentially the same. It's all the same. However you look at the market, it has different areas, aka quarter points or supply and demand zones, where the market will react off of, and it's all the same. And if I'm pretty sure if I put, see, get a quarter point right there, it's 14,625 right there, and like I said, these things are everywhere. So in the whole number 14,600 right up in here. So, and I'll go to another chart to show you it's exactly the same. This is US 30. Let me just find an OB, nice OB, and I'll show you. Then I'll try not to find one so deep so I can extend it. Okay, so here. Here we have an OB right here, and we see how the market reacts perfectly off that. And if I extend it in the future, you'll see that it's acting as a floor. And then if I extend it in the past, you'll also notice that it reacts as a floor and ceiling, or supply and demand zone. See that? Market can't stay away from this area, and got a 34750 right there, quarter point level, and a 34800 right there. But essentially, how I look at it is just an OB. Same thing with this. If I extend this OB back, almost positive that it's going to have many rejections off of this area. Look at that. The market can't stay away from it. And that is essentially what technicals is at the end of the day. You wait for it to wait for your trade to get to a certain area of interest, whether that be in the form of OBs, institutional moves, or supply and demand zones, depending on how you look at the market. As long as those supply and demand zones are in higher probability, you can make a great trade depending on whatever strategy that you have. I just, like I said before, I like smart money because I can really maximize my reward and minimize my risk. But essentially, it's all the same thing at the end of the day. Quarter points versus retail versus smart money. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. And that's pretty much all I got to say. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Go out and get my ebook. That's available for purchase right now. You can schedule your one-on-one mentorships along with getting involved in my live trading. Trade with me live for a little small. I forget the exact. I think it's $40 a month or something like that. Trade live with me. Get live call outs, and along with being a part of my signals group, that's more so targeted towards swing traders and long-term investors, where I manage a portfolio of a certain number of indexes, guaranteed to give you 15 to 50% back annually. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed that video. Crendelacreme out.